Welcome back to Road to KSP2. Today we're doing a Laythe lander. Of course we are. Anyway, so we're starting off with the Saturn III. This is actually holding a Laythe lander. The type of rocket, it's just a bullshit rocket. Like, I used to have like the pre-builts or whatever, but like right now all of my rockets are just very specially tuned because of cost. We are very close to being broke. Well, actually, we're not close now. We have more than $1 million in surplus budget, but still, it's not enough. We need much more for us to, be just throwing stuff up there. I do know that reusability would make this way cheaper, but I really can't afford all the probe cores right now. Like, that's literally just how it's going. I can't afford the probe cores. Anyway, we are launching out to Sarnus, which basically Sarnus is the analog for Saturn. That's why it is named the Saturn III. It's the third mission to Sarnus, like I said earlier. So its whole point is to land on the moon's Slate. Slate is like a barren, rocky, very mountainous moon around Sarnus. Not much is known other than the fact that, yeah, it's there. And you know what else is there? Our subscriber count. It's only at 204. We need to get those numbers up, so please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's very, very helpful, just for me and for you. I mean, if you comment, you can give me any sort of information I may need, or any sort of pointers, or even just ask any questions. And then with subscribing, well, that helps me, but it also helps you get more videos from me. So that kind of helps you. And then just leave a like or dislike. That helps you the most. It fine tunes your search algorithm. So yeah. That sounds good. All right, anyway, we are continuing on to... Where are we going? We're going off towards Sarnus. We just jettisoned our second stage. Here we are, and we're going to actually jettison our third stage in this burn as well. Here we go. There goes third stage. Now we're in the fourth stage. Like, this is how much of a burn that we need to take. I know I can work it down with things like the Oberth effect and stuff like that, but honestly, it's so difficult to do it, especially if you're trying to do multiple missions in one video and all of that. It's a pain. It's a pain. Yeah. Anyway, we got the Falcon 2. This one is the Laythe lander. Yep. It's an updated design. It has a updated heat shielding, because, it's hard to slow down around Laythe. Like, it just is. It's very close to the center of the Julian system, which makes it so you're coming in really fast into Laythe's sphere of influence. No, it's not sphere of influence. It's gravitational well. So you're going in really fast, and then, you need that heat shield in order to aero brake, which is what we need to do. But as you can tell, there is one major problem with this vessel. I put a probe core in that doesn't have reaction wheels, and I didn't include reaction wheels. Yeah, it's very hard to do that if you're trying to land on a planet that you kind of need reaction wheels to land on. That's all right. We'll deal with that when we get there. Anyway, so the reason why there wasn't a video last week is because I actually went on a cruise. I went on a cruise for my birthday. It was my 21st birthday. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. Drank a lot. I gambled. It was very fun. I went to the Bahamas. As you know, I'm from Florida, so the Bahamas aren't that far. But I went to the Bahamas. and it was a surprise to me. Yeah, my girlfriend and my family, they surprised me with a surprise trip to the Bahamas. It was actually really awesome. We went to where is it called? We went to Coco Cay, and we went to Nassau. And when we were in Nassau, we went to Blue Lagoon Island, and we swam with dolphins. Like I literally got to hug a dolphin, so that was really fun. I mean, it wasn't the first time I've hugged a dolphin, but like, come on, hugging a dolphin, that's always pretty good. So, pretty good time. Yeah, no, it was super fun. Like the whole trip was great. Anyway, I went on the Royal Caribbean ship, I think it was the Liberty of this. No, it wasn't the Liberty. It was the Independence of the Seas. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, it was really fun. I lost well, when I went gambling, which, you know, gambling, you're basically guaranteed to lose pretty much. So I went in with $100 on day one. I only bet 50. I stayed at 50, and then on day two, oh yeah, and I played exclusively blackjack because that's the only casino game I actually know how to play. So I started at 50, and then I stayed at 50, and then the next day I put in another 50, and I ended up actually making 100 that day. And then on the third day, I bet all 150 because I was planning on losing it anyway. I basically just put it all out there in chips, and I ended up losing it all. But it was fine. It was actually really fun. The whole trip was really fun. My girlfriend, on the other hand, made like, I think it was like $300. She did phenomenal. Yeah. Anyway, here we are, finally making our encounter with Jewel. Also, United States banned Juuls, which I think is absolutely hilarious. Because, like, you know, cigarettes aren't banned, but Juul is where we draw the line. Yeah. Anyway, we are flying into Jewel in like a year. Anyway, we switch back to the Sarnis rocket with a Saturn. Yeah. Anyway, the Saturn rocket is making a maneuver node. Not maneuver node. Well, I already made the maneuver node. Now it's going to hit the maneuver node and actually do the maneuver. And it's going to line up with Slate in Saturn's gravitational well. And it'll actually, you know, line up perfectly with Slate. So I slightly altered, I set another maneuver node to slightly alter the trajectory, just so we don't end up hitting Slate like head on when we reach the periapsis, which I need the periapsis to take advantage of the Oberth effect so I can slow down much more effectively. Anyway, we are back at the Falcon 2. It's currently on its way to Jewel. We're about a year or so into the mission, I believe. Actually, no, we're 2 years into the mission. This whole mission, this entire time period is like basically NASA in between, well, basically the 90s through the 2010s, through the mid 2010s. I mean, we're just kind of sitting around waiting, sitting on the glory of our old accomplishments. So yeah, we're not exactly doing much as of right now, but we will be doing more stuff later, mostly when we get enough money, and on top of that, once we get the foundry station fully built. But that won't happen for a while. That's actually why I'm saving up so much money, is specifically for the foundry station. Foundry station has a lot more parts to go, because we need to load it up with, I believe, somewhere in the range of 2 million material kits or some shit like that. It's absolutely insane. It's ridiculous, but it's what we need to do in order to yeah, do what we need to do. So I did like one gravity assist, and I actually probably should have done multiple. That's one of my biggest regrets on this mission, is I should have done multiple, because Laythe is actually pretty easy to get gravity assists with, but I just didn't do it. And it was a waste of fuel. It was a huge waste of fuel that could be used on other situations. Yep, here we are coming into Jules' sphere of influence at around year 3 after the mission went off. And here we are making our maneuver node, and it did that thing where it glitched out again and gave me the wrong thing. So I had to like completely change the thing how I'm doing this. And on top of that, there's no gimbal on that stage. So I was just flying all over the place, which is incredibly stressful when you're trying to make it to Laythe. So I tried something else. I tried to get it onto the surface of Laythe using the lander. Yeah, no, that's basically doomed from the get-go. You can already tell where that's going. And yeah, it'll burn up in the atmosphere. I don't know what I was thinking or what exactly was going on. I am just as shocked as myself that I wanted to do this, but I ended up doing it anyway. It was pretty stupid. The entire fact that I didn't have a what's it called the whole time was a pretty big mistake.